I know. Thank you for...
You have to leave?
What?
Wait, like, is it literally in your backyard?
So the first... It's book review.
No, I mean in your backyard at your house.
You should host one at your house.
I could not. My backyard's not big enough to hold an Ainsley Earhardt.
That's not what I've heard.
No, so I'm glad you said everyone come out, because I've been nervous about the book signings. Like, what if no one shows up?
Oh, people are going to be lined up down the block.
And Sean Hannity said he would come because it's in his backyard too. So he's going to come.
Brian.
I think you should come too, Brian.
He would have a big enough backyard.
Oh yeah, you're
route to Ohio.
Oh yeah, you're okay.
For your
So
book?
we will miss you, but it's in your backyard and it's a book review.
Book review. Everybody go. Everybody go.
Actually, that is a big name.
It is
awesome.
book review.
And Huntington is the coolest town on Long Island. It's historic.
Yeah, I love Huntington.
Do they have a Brian bust there?
No, in Massapequa though.
A bus.
You know what? People will show up and it'll be fun. I mean,
Thank
you know
you.
how many people out there love you, and
Absolutely.
there's always that anxiety. But once you show up and people are there,
Well, you've
you'll
done
have so
this.
much
This is
fun.
not your first rodeo.
Yeah,
either.
I mean, I had a book come out in May, and that was a lot of fun. But you have that same anxiety. You're like, is
Yeah.
anyone going to come to the book event? I don't think so.
Well, you've been through this
People do.
too with Freddie.
Yeah, you have.
I mean,
How many books do you have now with Freddie the
I
Forecaster?
just finished writing the 5th one.
Wow.
When does that come out?
So that comes out in April. Fox and Friends, remember that?
Great.
No, I mean, listen, this is a big deal. I feel like writing a book and seeing it in its full form is it's incredible. And to actually go into a Barnes & Noble or a bookstore and see it on the shelves, I mean, that's an achievement. It's and so I'm so proud of you. And we talk about this because Ainsley and I had brunch together to talk about books and
At
children's
Rosanna
books.
Scotta's restaurant, and I'm going to be
That's
on.
right.
I'm going to be on with her after this show.
It comes full circle. It really does. And I truly am proud of you. This is a beautiful book.
Thank you.
Beautifully illustrated, and I think it's going to sell very well, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate
It
that.
will.
Yeah,
And when you go to that first bookstore and see it, have you done that yet?
I haven't.
It's
it
fun.
comes out
Oh, it
today.
is.
No, it's
so
fun when you
I've
walk
just
into a
been on the
bookstore.
sofa.
You'll see it. It'll be cool.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
moment.
so surreal when I held it in my hands, because this is not me. This is such a great team over at Aladdin, which is one of the divisions at Simon & Schuster. Those ladies, the ladies at CAA, my agents at CAA, they're the ones that said, we gotta pitch this idea. I ended up in a room with these other ladies, started talking about my life, my faith, what God means to me, what my parents mean to me, and then voila. I'm like, this makes me laugh almost. It's like, this is not me. Like, how did this happen?
But it's good because when I go out and I do talks to kids about writing, being a writer, you write what you know. That's
right.
That's what
true.
makes a book. Is you can't really take a subject and just write about it if you don't really truly know it.
Yep.
Right?
Which is what you did.
Absolutely.
With your book.
Well, I also want to note, and you wanted to note this too,
Yeah.
that you're donating a portion of your proceeds from the book to Folds of Honor,
Right.
which
It
is an
says that on
organization
the
that
side.
provides
So great.
scholarships and assistance to
What made you decide
military
them?
families.
Well, I wanted to choose an organization. The producers are great producers, some of my best friends here at Fox, and we sat down and I just said, I want to choose. In my family, we were taught you have to tithe 10%. So I wanted to give 10% of the proceeds from the book to charity to give back. And I looked at churches, I looked at organizations that involve the military, that involve children. There were so many different organizations that are amazing. But Major Dan Rooney is a good friend of Gavin's, one of our producers. And Gavin said, have you thought about that? Because it involves children of fallen soldiers,
Yes.
or soldiers that have been disabled or injured fighting for our great country. It sends the kids to school. So I said, how great is that with literacy and
It's
children?
everything together. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dan Rooney's an amazing man, and 91 cents of every dollar that charity gets, they spend on
That's amazing.
giving back to the kids.
That's great.
Officially rated a platinum organization. I mean,
Right.
what a great cause. And you're right, you combine education with kids and the military, send these kids off to get a great education when they lost their father or
I
mother.
know. And it even helps pay for some of them that need private schools and elementary school or middle school. It helps pay for that because the parents, unfortunately, in military, it doesn't pay an exorbitant amount of money, so they deserve that, but that's just not their paychecks are smaller, and this is an opportunity for us all to help those kids go to school.
And we're getting into Thanksgiving, and now is the time to sort of give thanks, and this would be a good way to do that, is buy the book, because it helps others.
Gavin invited Dan to come on, so he's going to be on our show on Friday, and I can't
that's
wait to just give
special.
him a big hug.
That's awesome.
Good for
Thanks.
you.
So if you want to hear his story, watch on Friday, because his story is incredible.
Yeah, no, it is awesome. So I'm going to buy the book.
Yes,
okay,
buy the
we're
book.
talking about it. Buy it.
Beautiful.
Take heart,
Thank you.
my child.
Go to
Ainsley Earhardt.
AinsleyEarhartBooks.com, because then you can see some videos.
You have your own website. You're amazing.
I didn't do it. They did it for me at Simon & Schuster.
Good job.
Love it. Well done.
Oh, and our media relations department here, thank you for helping me.
We love you, Ainsley.
Book tour.
First one, book review. Second one is at Books and Greeting, and the third one is at Barnes and Noble. I'll probably put the name of the stores.
Oh, they'll find it.
Go to your website, right?